just like used to having my hair look so bad because of the pandemic that I'm like, what is trying?
It looks cute.
Okay, this is Momo.
Hi, and this is Radha. And we're two sisters who love to read. Tap, tap, tap. So, the Green Rider series is personally one of my most favorite series. For you,
Could read it at any moment. I would enjoy it, you know.
and any book as well.
Even Mirror Sight.
I guess not controversial opinion then. Mirror Sight, I didn't like it the first time I read it. I liked it the second time I read it. But Mirror Sight, that one was really hard. But Kristen Britton did it really well.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, she's meticulous.
Yes, okay.
Even if it is like a bit of a steampunk, like... Publishing date, first book came out in 1998. Written by Kristen Britton, who was inspired by her experiences as a forest ranger. So, in the woods, loneliness, wilderness, horses, which plays into the protagonist.
Kerrigan, Galadian.
Might be how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I have no idea how you pronounce it. I hope I
I think it's good.
So, Kerrigan Galadian, a badass. I mean, first book in Green Rider, premise is she's at like boarding school and she's like, yeah, this isn't working for me. I need to go. So she runs away. As she's running away, gets in the woods, finds this Green Rider dying on the ground, his horse, sad. And he's like, yo, I need you to take this message to the king.
This is no spoilers, right? This is for someone who hasn't read it.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is on the back of the book.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure. We'll check after. He's like, you need to take this message to the king. And she's like, And he's like, please. The horse is like, please. Just kidding. The horses don't talk.
But the horse is like,
So she is like,
bleep.
He's
No
dead.
better ideas. He's dying.
Yeah, she's
Might
like,
as well.
Yeah. I mean, she's really cool. So she's like,
Bleep.
like, I'll do it. Off she goes to take this message to the king.
I think that's good. That makes sense. It's
Yeah,
just
if you like a
she's-
strong, funny female protagonist, if
Yeah.
you like
written by a woman.
written by a woman, adventure, like you said, sort of high fantasy and sort of a Renaissance period of a kingdom.
There's swords. There's a degree of magic.
So we've talked about why you should read the series, and now we're going to get into our own personal controversial opinions. But seriously though, like Astora.
You just said bleep, Stora.
I did, but I didn't want to.
And I was like, why? I mean, she's a victim of circumstance.
Let me
in
unroll
my
my giant list of
You go.
like. First of all, well, I mean, you said that she should probably she should have just run off with Frian Cobblebay. Frian.
F apostrophe Ryan. Fryan.
You do realize how Frian Cobblebay?
Cobblebay.
Frian Cobblebay. I think it's Frian.
Mr. Cobblebay.
I remember coming into this in the newest book, Winterlight. I remember coming into this being like, "Oh, Astora's dead," and Ron was like, "She's not
Why
dead."
did you think she was dead?
Because I wanted her to be dead. I was convinced that she died.
You were like,
Also,
she's a victim of the patriarchy.
She's a victim of the patriarchy, but she forced Kerrigan to let her look in her mirror eye.
Right.
Even though the king was like,
don't do it.
It hurts Kerrigan foremost, but also like it's too much. It's like a power that you never want to take. He was like, I don't want to take advantage of Kerrigan in that way. I don't have a right to ask her.
But Astora was like, not noticing for quite a long time that her husband was an ice monster.
That's what I mean. The Oriously.
Laren or Lauren? Anyway. Who's that writer? What's her name? The one who can take on the persona and make other people believe she is whoever she says she is. She's so infrequently mentioned, but then she's
Beryl Spencer.
Beryl Spencer. She's so important in so many situations, and she has this key information all the time. She's so important, but like no one ever asks how she is. Like they're like, she's fine. We got nothing from Beryl though. Like Beryl was not allowed to have anything because she had to be someone else all the time. That's my problem. And her horse got no attention because she had no ability. She couldn't be like,
Oh, that's my rider horse that I just stole from someone. No.
her horse was just always sad. Anyway, next person who I don't like.
We love Beryl, but just don't like Beryl's storyline.
Don't love how she was treated by... It's not even the storyline. I think it indicates other people's narcissism. Like Zachary's. He didn't really give that much of a shit. He's like, Kerrigan. But Beryl! What's happening to her? And what's happening at the dire wall? He's like, not worried about that guy either. You know? What's his name? Didn't he and Kerrigan kind of fool around once?
No, before she went into Blackvale, she was like, I'm gonna get some positive attention from a dude before I leave this planet and go into Blackvale. And then she gets there, and Alton is like, so your best friend though, she doesn't have your sword hands. Yeah, your two best friends have actually hooked up. But yeah, go into Blackvale and like save the world, don't die. And then Kerrigan's reaction, she's like, bleep. You guys, I'm going into Blackvale, I'm not going to say goodbye. And I'm like, same.
I'm going to get me an elf zaddy.
Reiterated to me.
Alton's like so obsessed. Like there's that one point when he's first trying to figure out the wall and he like bloodies his fists. And I'm like, I get it, but I thought you were supposed to be smart. I get being frustrated, but who does that? Who's like, let me in? And then he's just like, they're like, dude, your hands are bleep. Your hands are wrecked. And he's like, the rocks won't talk to me. It's like...
Yeah, I will say, like, Alton has, like, the least character development.
Yeah, he literally is just a pee-pee. Which I mean... He's a sex object to be fought over by Estrel and Kerrigan.
But not even really fought over.
No, they're like, you can have him.
No.
You can have him.
No, Estrel was like, I have him. Yeah, so we're planning to do a review of Winterlight on its own.
The most recent one, released in 2021. Mm-hmm. So, 23 years after the first one came out.
Crazy.
Yeah, she releases one every, 3 years, I guess. Mm-hmm. Next time, we'll fight with swords and have our own brooches and full Green Rider outfits. Still not sure if we can get the horses in here.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Thank you for watching. We love you, Kristen Britton.
We love you, Kristen Britton.
Please don't take anything we've said seriously.
And fade.